We live in a hypersexualized world. Yet, when that hour beckons, many of those who have lived a chaste life would admit to being quite. We live in a hypersexualized world. Yet, when that hour beckons, many of those who have lived a chaste life would admit to being quite. As a complete mode of living, it should come as no surprise that Islam offers solutions for this time and all other occasions and eventualities that may come with marital life. And fully cognizant of the psychologies of both husband and wife, and the natural reservations and inhibitions of two individuals who have barely met each other, Islamic guidelines for the first night pay more attention on confidence building, psychological bonding and nurturing the spiritual foundations of the sacred union of nikah, than sexual relations itself. It is important to note that engaging in sexual relations on the first night is not necessary. The husband should not hasten in taking his wife's virginity, but rather he should approach the matter with extreme calmness, even if it takes a few days. The newly married couple have all their lives before them for sexual relations, and there is no need to make haste in this regard. Much of the time during the first night should be spent in getting to know one another, sharing each other's outlook on life and how their marital life should be lived in accordance with Islamic teachings. They may, however, begin to be intimate with one another, if they feel comfortable. Here are 4 practical Islamic guidelines for what you can do as a couple on your first night of nikah. 1. Give a gift. The Prophet ﷺ said, exchange gifts, as that will lead to increasing your love to one another. Al-Bukhari. Regarding the first night of marriage, there is no stipulated gift, it could involve anything permissible, big or small, according to one's means. A husband could also offer his wife something to drink, as is found in the hadith narrated by Asma bint Yazid ibn as-Sakin, who said, I beautified Aisha for Allah's messenger, then called him to come to see her unveiled. He came, sat next to her, and brought a large cup of milk from which he drank. Then, he offered it to Aisha, but she lowered her head and felt shy. I scolded her and said to her, take from the hand of the Prophet. She then took it and drank some. Then, the Prophet said to her, give some to your companion. At that point, I said, O Messenger of Allah, rather take it yourself and drink, and then give it to me from your hand. He took it, drank some, and then offered it to me. I sat down and put it on my nest. Then, I began rotating it and following it with my lips in order that I might hit the spot from which the Prophet had drunk. Musnad Ahmad. 2. Read Salat together. It is desirable for the husband and wife to pray 2 raka'at together on their wedding night. This has been narrated from the earliest generation of Muslims. When your wife comes to you, pray 2 raka'at. Then, ask Allah for the good of that which has come to you, and seek refuge in Him from its evil. Then it is up to you and it is up to your wife. Musannaf Abi Shayba. It is also narrated on the authority of Shakik, who said, a man named Abu Haris came and said, I have married a young girl, and I am afraid that she will despise me. Abdullah ibn Masud said to him, verily, closeness is from Allah, and hatred is from Shaitan, who wishes to make despicable that which Allah has allowed. So, when your wife comes to you, tell her to pray behind you 2 raka'at. Ref. Ibn Abi Shayba and At-Tabarani and Abdur Razzaq, Sahih. 3. Sprinkle the water of love and make dua for each other. On the first night of marriage, when in seclusion with one's wife, hold the forelocks, hair of the forehead, of her head, sprinkle water upon her and recite the following dua. O Allah, I ask you for the goodness within her and the goodness that you have made her incline towards, and I take refuge with you from the evil within her and the evil that you have made her incline towards. Bukhari/Abu Dawud. The wife should also make dua for her husband, just adapting the wording of the dua above. Allahumma inni asaluka karahu wa karama jabaltahu alayh, wa uthubika min sharihi wa shari ma jabaltahu alayh. Besides this stipulated dua, one can make any other du'ish from the heart and also include Quranic du'ish for marital bliss. 4. Seek the protection of Allah SWT from Shaitan. If the couple decide to get intimate, the couple should recite the following before involving themselves in relations. In the name of Allah, O Allah, Distance shaitan from us and distance shaitan from that which you grant us. Bukhari, we make dua that your union be a blessed one, where not only the bodies meet, but the hearts meet as well.